This video is about somebody that my friends know. And his Instagram was brought to my attention. And I got into a little bit of a back and forth with him.
Oh, no surprise there.
I screenshotted the comments. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about this is because this is a very good example of what entitlement looks like. So this twat applied for a job. Now, I'm not going to say the name of the institution. I'm not going to say who this guy is because I don't want people to go to his page and harass him. Like, I don't particularly want to like dox someone or whatever. I don't know what people will send people. So no, I'm going to leave his name out of it. But I just wanted to show the level of entitlement. Now, when you go for a job and you post your CV, they will get in contact with you sometimes, right? They'll call you in for an interview.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't know.
Well, you've worked.
Yeah.
And you've been hired.
Yeah,
So
but it wasn't through your CV.
Okay, well, we don't all have pretty privilege, but typically what
it
happens
wasn't pretty
is...
privilege.
Well, you're not elaborating, so that's...
No, it was like word of mouth, mutual friends. Oh,
Okay.
Hey, do you need a job? Oh, yeah. All right, let me set you up an interview. Done.
Okay, cool. Well, in general, people go for jobs, right? They go for interviews. Now, sometimes in the interview process, you might interview very, very well, but unfortunately, you're just not the right fit for the job.
Correct.
There could be two people that are great, and you go home and you tell your mom and your family, "Mom, I did great. I can't see them not picking me," but somebody else just kind of edged you. That's just the way it is, right? So this individual went for a job. Now, I obviously wasn't in the interview with him. Based on what he's written online, I wouldn't hire him. But he was under the impression that he did very well. He got a reply from this company basically saying that you're not a good fit for the job. So this was his response. Now, I know the company, and I know some of the people in the company. And as far as I'm aware, they're not bad people. They're good people, right? Decent people, your everyday people. So they said to him, you didn't get the job. And his response was, I understand that it can take some time for a response. However, I noticed a situation that was not fair while I was in the property. I was in your establishment and noticed that there was an interview with a potential staff member of 18 years happening in the One Piece play area who has told me they have never had a job before and this would be their first job, right? So he's complaining about an 18-year-old, right?
How old is this guy?
I think he's in his 30s.
Okay.
So the real question is, why did I not get an interview as of yet? Okay, so he didn't actually even get an interview. So he applied, didn't get an interview. I have over 10 years of customer service experience. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this to be considered either sexist, racist, or ageist and demand to know what is happening with my application. Otherwise, I'm happy to raise this on social media and raise it as a complaint. They replied back, we did receive your CV and after consideration, we concluded that you were not the right fit for the role. We have received a large number of applications and we unfortunately cannot respond to every unsuccessful applicant. I apologize that this has caused frustration. We wish you luck in your future search for employment. So obviously they're going to get loads and loads of applications come through because people are going to want to work for them. They're a fun company to work for. So obviously they're not going to reply to everybody. You should know that, right?
Yeah. It
sucks to not get a response from a company that you really want to work for, but that's how the cookie crumbles. So he sent them a message back saying that he believes this to be discrimination, right? On what grounds, I do not know.
Okay.
They responded back to him saying, I'm just writing to provide an update on the issue. My manager will be in the store this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. If you would prefer to raise your complaint in person, I will not be present Wednesday through Thursday if that makes you feel more comfortable in regards to your complaint. So he sent a complaint in regard to this person and now they want to escalate it. He sends them a message back saying, please explain in full detail how I don't qualify for your company. I have attached my CV with all my relevant experience and also a screenshot in case you're not able to open up the Word document. Also, I have a disability, so I believe that's where the discrimination lies on. So he's making all of these wild assumptions.
Okay.
Now, I have been on this individual's Instagram and I've been on his TikTok. I'm not going to include those videos here because, like I said, the guy seems off his rocker. I don't want people to go bothering him. His videos, honestly, I felt like I was on another planet. I would not hire this person at all. I'll show you a picture of him. You take one look at them, you probably wouldn't hire them either. So I responded to him after this was sent to me. I said to him, why do you think having 10 years of customer service is going to automatically land you a role And how did you land on discrimination, sexism, or anything else? This is a laughable level of entitlement. This was the company that responded back to him, right? Look at his response to them.
Wow.
Quite rude, right?
Well, if you want answers and responses, then you should do it yourself.
Yeah, so he asked, they asked him to send something in. He said, do it yourself. Like, just very rude to the company. He responded to me saying the person they were hiring was an 18-year-old female with no experience. Now, bear in mind, this guy is accusing this company of sexism. But he's felt the need to point out that she's an 18-year-old female, right? So I said to him, you're basically trying to clown this company because they gave a young woman a chance. I asked him, do you know, it's not just work experience that lands you a role. Your personality and the way you put yourself across goes a long way. She may not have your experience, but I'm willing to bet she probably has you beat in other departments. Now, what people don't seem to understand, right? Because I've done interviews for people before. I've been the interviewer.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always your experience that gets you the job.
It's not it's not, most of the time, it's not going to be your experience.
Yeah. There's a lot of the time it's how you put yourself across, your personality, maybe even the way you look, depending on the kind of job that you're going for. It could sometimes come down to your gender. For specific roles, it could come down to your gender. I remember there was one place that we were picking people, and I specifically told them that I've worked in this role for a little while now. I know what people are here for. Hire these kinds of people. That's what we were looking for. That's just the way it is.
Because you just need somebody who is going to be able to do the job properly.
Companies need people that are going to do a competent job.
Unfortunately, not everyone is going to be able to do that. And experience, sometimes people who are non-experienced are actually better because you can teach them your way from the start and mold them to what you need them to be. They're not coming in with other, say, bad habits or things like that could make them not perform as well. Yeah,
no, you're 100% right. Some companies do want somebody that is fresh, that they can instill their values on. And like you said, they haven't worked in several places and they have like this built up idea of how things are supposed to be. Because some people come into your company with their own ideas, and in some places that's welcome. Other places they don't want to hear it.
It's not going to work,
fall in line, do what we want you to do.
Yeah.
And obviously, given the way this guy's behaving, why would you hire someone like that?
And some people who haven't started off somewhere need an opportunity. My tenants who I rented my property to, they hadn't rented before. So a lot of other landlords were rejecting them because they haven't got the renting experience, so they felt nervous to do that. I've given them an opportunity now and helped them get on that ladder to help them with their future endeavours. And it's just like a lot of jobs might want to give people that starting experience, otherwise they're going to struggle elsewhere.
Yeah, have you never seen that meme where it's like the job needs you to have 3 to 5 years experience, but where am I going to get 3 to 5 years experience if nobody gives me a chance?
Exactly.
And now they're giving this young girl a chance, and this twat is there complaining. So he responds to me, says, also get off your high horse and suck your mum.
Wow.
That was his response.
Mature. These are the things that show you why someone is not capable to get a job, because they have that kind of mindset. I find a mindset like that very childish. It's very bitter, and I think bitterness is not going to get you very far in life, and it's just not the right mindset to have. He could have emailed in and said, look, I'm really keen to find a job in this sort of industry. Can you let me know what I could improve on, or what reason why I didn't get chosen, just so I know, so I can be better for the next one.
Yeah, companies don't owe you anything.
No.
They don't owe you shit. You're going to their establishments to work for them. If you don't impress enough, then guess what? Someone else takes the role.
And it's true. It's when there's thousands of applications coming forward, they've got to choose someone. They can't give the job to everyone.
Yeah, I mean, when I've applied for jobs where there have been literally like 5,000 people applying, and like I measure my expectations. I temper my expectations. I'm like, okay, well, there's 5,000 people applying. I'm fairly confident, but just on a numbers game, it probably isn't going to go well. You know, just being realistic. Like, I'm always confident when I go into interviews, but you have to be realistic about these things. Anyway, he goes on to say, I don't like to be fobbed off. Imagine if you were in this situation, would you not be pissed off? They all know me and my personality. I did get along with them very well, and you're totally wrong. Why don't you apply for a job there, and then you'll see the truth? which is one of the most childish things. When I read it, I was like, I don't even know if I should respond to this guy. It's clearly not all there. Honestly, like, it's because it was just a quiet day, and I was like, I got nothing better to do right now. Let me just see where this conversation goes. So I said to him, you mean a position most people are in where they go for interviews and don't get accepted? Yeah, I've been there before. Grow up. You're not going to be an ideal fit for every situation or every institution. I could use the fact that I'm half black and scream discrimination every time I've been rejected, or I can act like an adult and look to do better than I did last time. Just because they get on with you does not mean they owe you anything or owe you a role at their workplace. You need to pull your head out of your ass and wake up, which I think is a fair response.
I think that was a well-constructed response.
I have never, ever walked into an establishment, not gotten the job, and blamed it on the fact that I'm half black, or blamed it on the fact that my hair looks like this, or my tattoos. Now, there's going to be some places where you go and they don't want somebody with tattoos, and that's perfectly fine. That's their establishment. I don't understand these people that think they're owed something.
Yeah.
Or they don't even get an answer, and immediately they're like, it's because I'm black, or it's because I've got red hair, or it's because I've got this or that. It's just like, where did you get that from? Maybe you just sucked in the interview, or maybe there was just someone better than you. I mean, it's not hard to find somebody better than this guy, given the way he's responded.
It's giving insult behavior.
He went on to say, also, I'm half Irish and half Chinese.
Okay.
And I was like,
Okay.
I was in the group chat with my boys. I was like, and? So I said to him, so what are you trying to say? That this company has an issue with Chinese and Irish people because they didn't hire you? And I asked him, how old is he? Because at the time, I didn't know that he was in his 30s. So he went on to call me a simp. I don't even know.
A simp? Where is the correlation?
I guess because the girl they're hiring was 18 years old. So
Right.
he thinks I'm simping for her, even though I don't know who the fuck this girl is. I have no idea. I could care less who she is, to be honest with you.
This is the thing about buzzwords. People just throw it around.
Yeah, they just... he probably doesn't even know what a simp is. Then he said to me, bro, you legit was saying about if you played the black card. Also, age shouldn't matter. Now, he's saying that age shouldn't matter. Yet he's complaining that they gave a job to an 18-year-old.
He's the one who brought up the age first.
Yeah, he brought up the age first. Which was, at this point, I was starting to think this guy he's obviously, I don't know if he's drunk or hungover or if he's just on something. He's not reading his own messages back. So I said to him, if age doesn't matter, then why are you bringing up the fact that the girl they hired is 18? He went on to say she has no experience. So I asked him, do you know her personally? Did you sit in the interview to get an idea of why they might have hired her? Genuine question. I wanted to know because he's talking like he's onto something here. And like I said already, like you are not owed a job by some place just because you have 10, 20 or 30 years experience. There are going to be people that are just a better fit for the job based on their personality, and the company will see something in them that they can, like Sabi said, mold and use the way they see fit. Some people that come in that have so much experience, the people in the company already know, they're coming with baggage, right? In 30 years, you're bringing baggage with you. Some companies don't want to deal with that. But people think because they have experience. And again, working somewhere for a long time does not mean you're good at your job. Right? You can work. I've worked places before where I've not really been interested in the job. I wouldn't have said I'm good at it because I worked there for a while. He talked with her and she's cool with him. So which was irrelevant. So I honestly don't care who this girl is or if she's cool with him. It's kind of besides the point. I said to him, so you got to know her. So outside of her experience, does she have any other traits that might have made her more favorable in the employer's eyes? Right? Again, genuine question. I'm not attacking him. And he said to me, how dumb can you be? So I'm thinking to myself, what is he getting at?
You're the dumb one.
What is he insinuating here? So I'm starting to think maybe there's something else going on here. So I said to him, so they didn't hire her because she was impressive in the interview or anything. It must be because the men there are dogs that want to gawk at her. Because that's what he's implying, right? Because she's an 18-year-old girl. And he put the clapping hands, and that was the end of the interaction. Right after that, I didn't want to talk to him anymore. He went on to discuss with other people, I guess other idiots, that that the people that work in this place only hire pretty girls. That's basically what they were insinuating. Now, I had this same discussion with somebody that I'm very close with about pretty girls, right? At the time, I owned something. And I was discussing with her the fact that I would hire pretty women to work in this establishment, that thing that I had.
You're close with other girls?
It's my sister-in-law.
Okay.
Are you getting jealous?
Yeah. How dare you?
I was having the conversation with her, and I was saying that because of the kind of thing that I was selling, pretty women would be good to have here, because it was baked goods. Because I was thinking to myself, I was walking down the road and I see some nice donuts or some nice cookies, some pretty girl in the window, and she's serving it up. I'm going to walk in over the troglodyte.
It's a marketing strategy.
It's a marketing strategy. There's going to be certain places that want people for certain things. Now, if this company is hiring pretty girls, there's probably a reason for it. You know, whatever reason that you want to give, for the longest time, you've heard women saying that they're overlooked, that men get all the jobs or whatever. Then you got this twat here complaining, saying that a girl with no experience got hired over him. But where's she supposed to get the experience from if no one gives her a chance? And then based on his behavior here, I mean, that maybe they were privy to his social media antics, because honestly, if you saw his TikTok, the whole point of this video is basic. Don't be entitled. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah. You're going to apply to work in loads of places. I've done it before, and loads of places are going to reject you. You cannot lean on your skin color. You can't lean on your age. You can't lean on your gender, because the only thing that you can do is try to do better than you did last time. Trying to blame it on all these racism and sexism, what does that do for you? It doesn't do anything. It does nothing. All you can do is go home and be like, right, I didn't get the job. What can I do better than I did last time? And the next job you might get rejected, and the next one, and the next one. You just keep going. I've applied to hundreds of places, and I've faced hundreds of rejections for places that I thought I was a good fit. And then I see somebody else working there that I'm like, I feel like I could be doing a better job. But there's no point in being resentful and then trying to blame it on all these things that are external. You can't change yourself, right? Just take responsibility for your behavior and don't behave like this guy. He then went on to post a picture of him back in the store throwing up the middle finger at the employees.
No.
I was just like, oh man, this guy honestly is just a fucking idiot. So moral of the story, don't behave like this guy. Why are you drinking Coke? What have we said?
Mind your business.
You are my business.
Am I?
Yeah.
Since when?
Since we started this channel. What do you think? I text you, Sabby,
do you
drink
think
water.
You own me or something? Did you even text me saying drink water today? No, you didn't.
You like proving yourself
Where
wrong,
are
don't you?
God, I spoke to that many people. Fucking hell. Good morning, Sab. Are you well today? Good morning, Michael. I am okay. How are you? I drank water way too fast and it went up my nostrils, and so I'm sulking because I had to clean the floor. Oh, and don't drink water. My bad. Mm-hmm. Okay, you're right.
Have you drunk water today?
Yeah.
How many liters?
I done one small bottle.
Why are you drinking a Coke?
Because there's no water in there, otherwise I would have picked out water. Water. Do you know when I went to America, I was trying to order a bottle of water, and they was literally acting like they did not know what I was saying. It's water.
It's water.
Water.
You're saying water.
I said, can I have a bottle of water? I pronounce my T's. Thank you very much.
So how did they not understand you?
Exactly.
You should have said, can I have a bottle of water? Maybe they understood you because you're British.
Can I get some water? Like, I was just like, really, like, how are you actually struggling to understand water? It's really not that deep.
Do you know, I've started eating some different food recently.
Japanese food, I bet.
No, Korean.
Yeah.
I've been trying some Korean food, and it's apparently really, really good for your gut. That's why they've all got like good skin.
So you like shitting bare?
Shit, yeah, I like to take a good shit.
But are you shitting more than usual?
I normally shit every day anyway. You don't shit every day?
That doesn't answer my question. Are you shitting more than usual? Oh, I didn't ask how many times a day you shit. I was just, are you shitting more than usual?
No, once a day. Do you not shit once a day?
Yeah.
You don't, do you?
No, I do.
You got a whole week, innit?
Yeah, are you crazy? That's unhealthy.
Right.
We just exposed our shitting patterns.